Call to action. Fresno County put peers at the table. Nothing about us without us. By yours truly. Blue Sky Wellness Center was a refuge for me after my discharge from a psych ward for suicide compulsion in 2012. When becoming a member, I was treated with respect and assured of a stigma-free zone. The reassurance, support, and community has saved my life multiple times. Today, I still find support in the network of peers I met then, and many have become a part of my extended family. More so, we've supported each other in our wellness journey, learned to share our stories via the Each Mind Matters speaker training in 2014, and many of us have gone on to become certified as peer mentors, support specialists, educators, and a few of us have even returned to work full-time. Painfully. The culture and attitude at Blue Sky Wellness Center has changed since my years of participation. Kingsview Behavioral Health Systems has disintegrated the peer-led recovery model to integrate a top-down management medical model. And this has been done without the involvement of the center's peer advisory council. Peers are being informed that it's the city of Fresno demanding these changes. Something about them being out of compliance all these years and now needing to conform. These adjustments require an armed guard at the door for our protection, ticketing the homeless $400 for cart parking, and removing stability supporting services such as showers, laundry, and meals. Cameras have been installed inside and scan all activity. Outside community gathering is now prohibited, at least without permission and a time constraint from the guard, and mandatory group participation is required or peers will be ejected. Rumors of civil rights violations during the intake process to become a member are being reported by peers as well. All right? So it's disheartening these changes reinforce stigma, criminal perception, and create a negative environment that incites discord and feelings of oppression. Initiating mandatory group attendance requirements contributes to the destabilization of the severely mentally ill population in the greater community. The peer support network in the community room is invaluable. And not everyone has the ability to attend a structured lesson, especially in the early days of wellness and recovery. Also, the management needs to stop the gaslighting. The armed guard does not promote safety and wellness of peers. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Or have you not taken into consideration the danger posed by having a firearm attached to a stigmatized person who hasn't had crisis intervention training, de-escalation education, and lacks empathy of actual lived experience, or for a loved one who suffers from a mental disability? The facility is not focused on keeping my peers safe. No, it seems it has become part of the mentally ill go straight to jail pipeline. Hayden observed recently a peer was placed in zip-tie handcuffs by the guard and held for law enforcement. It was noted that the expected de-escalation techniques weren't used and the staff did not provide support or intervention with their staff in training. It was noted that expected de-escalation techniques weren't used and the staff did not provide support or intervention with their training and experience. Ever think about the very plausible situation of what happens to my peers if that guard panics? I do. And it's fucking terrifying, okay? So the facility is not focused on keeping my peers straight. Blue Sky no longer represents the place that helped me with my wellness. It's not the same one as I wrote about and was published in the Prop 63 Success Story Volume 2 that was dedicated to Senate President Pro Tem Darrell Steinberg and hundreds of thousands served. Yes, there are challenges and neighborhood complaints that need to be addressed, but not at the exclusion of peer involvement. We belong in vision and leadership roles. Our lived experience and perception must guide the solutions to our care and support. There's a term heard in the disability civil rights movement: nothing about us without us. This statement equally applies to those of us living with severe mental illness. This is a call to the County of Fresno and Kingsview to do better. My peers are worthy of it. Put peers at the table and get back to promoting wellness, recovery, resiliency, and promoting positive outcomes. It is not enough to be told that you advocate for us. The correctional facility ambiance and medical model approach is not an appropriate response. It doesn't honor the spirit of Mental Health Services Oversight and Accountability Commission, that would be the MHSOAC, or Kingsview mission statement, and it is an absolute failure of Prop 63 funds. It doesn't honor the spirit of Mental Health Services Oversight and Accountability Commission, or Kingsview mission statement. It's an absolute failure of Prop 63 funds now. Blue Sky was a haven for those of us who had burned out our support networks of loved ones and friends. Many of us find ourselves isolated, abused, underfed, unable to provide self-care, and unable to provide appropriate self-care. We are also underhoused or homeless. And I say us because that filthy, greasy-haired person sitting on the bus bench, mumbling to themselves incoherently, not aware of the time or even the fucking year, that was me. In my early days. I've been there. And if it wasn't for the peer-involved model at Blue Sky Wellness Center back then, I wouldn't be here now. And able to share my story. Folks, do better. Do better for my peers. This is not appropriate. Stay strong. Oh my God.